What's up, Doc?
You come in here dressed like a hobo. It's distracting.
I know you're working.
Are you mocking me? Are you mocking me?
This ain't reality TV!
Look, they're not all first-round picks, okay?
Are you mocking me?
Don't laugh!
This is gonna be tough.
Relax, dude.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Steel Sanctuary Podcast. I'm your host, Dave Romero from SteelSanctuary.com. I got Bob and Trent with me tonight. We got a new Thursday night thing we're going to be rolling out here. We're going to pick a player every Thursday night and discuss whether he'll be back or not. And tonight we're going to start with Jalen Ramsey because he seems to be one of the more polarizing guys. So what better player to start with than Mr. Ramsey? We've had a lot of disagreements with him over the years.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
This group is not short on opinions.
Yeah, definitely not. Let's go over the basics. He's going to count $19.5 million against the cap this coming season, which is top end of the safety market. What do we say? Third or fourth highest paid safety. If the Steelers cut him, there's no dead cap. They could move on from him pretty easily.
Yep.
Is there an argument to keep him and keep him at that price? Let's start with this question. Do you think he'd be willing to renegotiate down?
Yes.
I'm not so sure about that.
I don't think he's going to want to. He might have to.
The Steelers do have the hammer. I mean, they could cut him and say, well, you're not going to get any of it. And good luck getting $19 million on the open market.
I think they could easily go to him and say, look, we know you got 19 on the books. Okay. And we want you to come back, but we want to stretch it. I'd offer him maybe 3 for 36 and we'll guarantee you 20, that basically what you're making. So you're going down to a $12 million a year salary, because you got to remember, even though we made him a safety and he knows long-term it's safety, I'm not 100% convinced he still can't play an effective nickel corner in the league.
Tyrone's argument is that he got a jersey, so we got.
I hear you, buddy.
That's a good argument.
That is a fan argument right there. I like it.
All right, let's talk. Do any of us think he could still be a slot corner? Because I think he might be able to still.
He started the year out much better than as things progressed, and yeah. I mean, it was so weird. It was like he struggled against JSN. Everybody's going to point that game out, but
everyone struggled.
So did the NFL. I don't know if you guys noticed, but he torched everyone in the NFL this year. So I don't know that that's a good comp. There was another one he got. He had struggled with a little bit early on, but I mean overall he played pretty solid, and actually he was getting his hand on the ball way more as a slot corner than he was as a safety, which was kind of the interesting part.
Yeah. And I wonder how many of his sacks came from the slot versus the playing when he started playing back more, because he ended up with 4 sacks on the year.
Yeah,
and you're a little close to the line of scrimmage when you're playing.
You had two against Cleveland as a slot, and the other 2 came at safety.
All right, so it's right down the middle.
Right, yeah, split. No, yeah, he two in the same game, so that kind of helped his cause.
Tyrone brings up the DC thing too, which we were going to get to.
Oddly enough, so I know, Dave, I know you like PFF more than me and Bob do, but if you go by PFF grading, his coverage grade outside of Cincinnati, that was the other one he struggled with pretty heavily. In the slot was significantly better than it was at safety for most of the time he was there. So he played 8 weeks at slot, and then he moved back to safety.
The other thing,
for what it's worth.
The other thing, too, is I don't think we can necessarily discount, and it wouldn't be Mike Tomlin's Steelers if they weren't trying to avoid the injury report, that when he had that soft tissue and he came back, it was only a couple of weeks, and usually those injuries linger a little bit. So I'm wondering, as bad as he got toasted like in the Baltimore game, I saw some indecision about, hey, what do I do at safety? And I also wonder if he was counting on the fact, well, I can get back. And he just didn't have that gear.
Well, that's kind of the problem with 32-year-old guys in the secondary, though, right? 31, 32-year-old guys, they're going to get hurt more often. And that's what you got to put in the equation, too. I mean, do any of us think he can play outside anymore?
No.
In spots.
As a number 2 corner?
No.
As a big press corner, I think, yeah. Look, I wouldn't want it to be JPJ and Jalen Ramsey as the plan, but in a pinch, yeah, I think.
Well, I guess in a pinch for sure, but I was thinking more of as the plan.
I don't think he can either. No, I don't want him outside as a pinch. No, I don't want him outside. I just don't think he's got. I just don't think he's got the athleticism and the speed anymore to keep up with these outside receivers. I think what works for him in the slot is that he is big and physical, and he can get up on top of you and jam you at the line of scrimmage, and that's always been his game. But you're on an island when you're on the outside, and you have a lot more help from the slot, which that's what actually works better for him to stay in the slot, I guess.
I think is that worth $19 million? I would leave him in the slot and pay him the last year and say your goodbyes after 26. I think that's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean,
it's big money for a slot.
It is, but it's 1 year. They don't really have cap issues necessarily.
No,
they're like 46 million under the cap. I just don't want to run into dead cap. If you renegotiate with him and you got to pay dead cap somewhere down the line.
Well, you only got a dead cap if you guarantee. That's why I said you could take his 19 and make it into like a 2022 guarantee, where you're basically earning the money you would have earned anyway, and we get 2 team friendly. We can move on years, because you don't just want to go one. Because if he turns into an All-Pro safety, which let's face it, this guy is a Hall of Famer. If he does, you ain't getting him back for the next year after that.
Yeah, but you know what happens no matter what you do. You play with his contract and he has an all-pro season. He's going to be at Omar's door the day after the season saying, okay, we got to tear this up and start over again. So I would just...
Well, 30-year-olds do have to feed their families.
30-year-olds that have been making millions upon millions upon millions. I don't know.
His cap hit. Well, yeah, his cap hit will go up after this season if they keep it riding how it is. It's just there's no guaranteed money on any of it.
I'd keep him this year and then call it. Either we're going to tear this thing up completely and start over, or just move on from him.
Well, from a leverage standpoint, and this guy we got managing our cap, who's our general manager, knows what the fuck he's doing. He may go to him and say, look, I'm going to give you a little more after a down year, but not what you would get if you go hit the bank. Because let's face it, Cam wasn't willing to bet on himself. Ramsey's a cocky guy, though.
He might bet on himself.
Yeah, he might just say, yeah, you know what, fuck it. I'm not going to be hurt next year, and I don't think I'm washed.
So
am I the only one who wants this dude to at least take a pay cut or be cut? I mean, are you guys both in agreement that you want him here next year?
I do. I do. As a slot?
I definitely want him back because I think he's a good presence for the team. Ideally, you get him to restructure, though. I mean, that's ideal. But if he does say, nope, but I'm willing to come back and play with you guys, okay, fine. Like Dave says, all right, we'll just eat the 19.5, and when you have your great year, we're going to cut your ass, and good luck on the open market.
You don't want him here at all, Trent? Not at the price he's at right now.
Yeah.
He's not worth 19 million in the slot. He's not worth 19 million at safety. He is not a top 4 at any one of those positions.
So no, I don't. I don't disagree.
I would take him down if he would come down to 15 million, roughly. I think I said 12 before, but I underestimated what the safety market was when I said that the first time. If he came down to 15 million, I think you put it in a more realistic price range for me, and I'd feel a lot better about that.
Where does he rank in slot corners in the league? He's got to be top 5.
It doesn't break down.
It doesn't break down by slot, right? But just off the top of your head,
I would say top 10.
Say top 10. It's still not worth $19 million, obviously, but
Well, top cornerbacks are getting paid $30-35 million.
well, I had the thing. I think he's still fourth, even at 19. He's still fourth in the league at corner, right?
Yeah,
No.
Kyler Gordon from the Bears got the top slot cornerback contract, according to this Bears wire.
Sauce is making 30. Derek Stingley's making 30. J.C.
Yep,
Horn's at
JC
25.
Jalen Ramsey's listed at 24.1 on
Yeah, 'cause
here.
he's still getting $5 million from the when
So,
the Dolphins redid his contract.
Yeah.
so
They're
go down,
paying that.
yeah, go down to like 19 million and see who the guys are.
Marlon Humphrey, Marshawn Lattimore,
Yeah,
He's better than Marlon Humphrey.
Tyson Campbell.
Tyson Campbell,
I think
Ladarius Sneed.
Campbell's better.
Carlton Davis had a good year for the Patriots. He's at 18.
I don't know that Campbell's better. He didn't play very well in Cleveland. He was really good in Jacksonville, but when he went to Cleveland, he did not play well this year.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as a slot. And what's the trade market for him? Do you think you get anything for him? You can get a second,
They have to be the right team.
third, more likely, right?
I would say it's a third.
Someone like the Dallas Cowboys who are desperate for defense. Maybe give you a third or a second.
Be interesting to see if the Rams would make an offer, because
Cam Curl's a free agent, right? So they need a safety.
yeah, and him and
Yeah.
McVay got along. He was a good fit in LA.
I have a feel. Now that I think
Quentin
about it,
Lake-
32.
Is Quentin Lake a free agent too?
Who?
Are they both? Quentin Lake, the other safety for the Rams.
I
Lake
think I
is still
saw
on
somewhere that they.
his.
He's either a free agent this year or next year. I think I can't.
Oh,
I
Somber
looked at
brings up
this.
a good one there. Commanders need defense pretty bad
They
too.
desperately need defense.
At his age, at that contract, I don't know if you get a third. I think you're looking at a fourth or a fifth, even. Unless the Steelers want to eat some of that
Oh,
money.
Lake just got extended in January. He said. Okay. I thought he was up too.
Yeah, look, you could do worse. I mean, if you move on, then you have to take a safety in the first 3 rounds.
Or sign somebody. I was looking
you-
at the PFF projections for salaries.
Mhm.
The max guy was $10 million. You know, some good safeties in free agency. You could probably get a really good safety at $12-13 million.
I don't. Let's see who the list is and define.
You guys-
Cam Curl,
Curl
Cam
or
Curl, and Jaquan Brisker are the two top of
Those are
that
the two
market.
top guys.
And I'd take either one of them over Jalen Ramsey right now.
And then I
I
sent
wouldn't
you guys
blink.
that guy Hawkins for the Patriots is another one.
Jalen
That had
Hawkins,
pretty
yeah,
good- he had
I think
a
he
good
was
season.
third on my list.
I think I've seen enough Patriot safeties.
I know we have gone
for a
through a
while.
couple out, but
Yeah.
this is actually a good one.
This one's actually a good one, though, Bob.
Yeah, as opposed to some of
This
the
isn't-
ones that were trash. We've sifted
Scrap
through.
heat guys.
Curl's interesting. I just don't see him leaving the Rams.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean,
I mean, Jabril Peppers is in the top 10 for safety free agents, so it's not.
yeah, it's thin. Brisker is interesting, and Hawkins. Those two guys are.
Donovan
And-
Wilson would be
Yeah,
a name to
and
watch.
I had those. Reed Blankenship was on my list too, and Andrew Wingard.
His PFF score was
who Bob probably
horrendous.
knows pretty well.
Did you look up his
Which
PFF
one?
scores? Blankenship.
Hmm.
I think
I
he was
did
in
not
50s.
Really.
I thought he had a better season than that because I was going to bring him up, and I'm like, ooh, maybe he wasn't.
Based on the McCarthy connection and at this point the Witt connection, the Donovan Wilson from Dallas could be in play if they're going to move on. Not that he's not Jalen Ramsey. He's like a top 12-ish type safety.
Yeah. See, I don't know. Let's do both. Let's keep Jalen Ramsey in the slot and go sign a safety or draft one.
I think you draft one because if you're going to do it, you gotta.
Yeah, if you're gonna carry that $19 million, you might as well get somebody cheaper, right?
I like this
I don't-
class too. Honestly,
Yeah, that kid out of Toledo. The more I watch him,
he's a stud.
he's something else.
Yeah, and the other Ramsey, Kamari Ramsey out of USC is a nice player who I think will be there in the second round. I hate to I really want wide receiver in the second round. I would hate to have to go safety there.
There's a kid from Oregon too, Thielemann. That's supposed to be pretty good too. He played a lot in the slot. I was looking at him. He played slot.
Yeah.
He played both strong and free safety too. So some interesting names this year. The draft, if you decided to move on, and then, man, they might need two safeties because Deshaun Elliott's no guarantee he's going to come back full steam ahead. And
Well, there was a rumor that he was going to be able to play in the playoffs.
they thought if the Super Bowl, right? If they made the Super Bowl, he might be ready.
I mean, initially it was a wild card, then they pushed it back.
Yeah.
So who knows if he would have tried to go in the divisional. I mean, I like it. I like Deshaun Elliott. So as a strong safety, if he's ready to go, but you do have to bank on the fact that he may not be.
Yeah.
It really just,
Yeah.
who are you going to get back as can you get Duggar back at a really cheap price to back up Elliott?
Yeah. I like Michael Taff in the draft too. I know we haven't gone through the safety stuff on the draft stuff yet, but
I haven't watched him at all.
From Texas, he's a ball hawk. I think he's intriguing. But with the Jalen Ramsey thing, so Bob brings this up a lot, and there's a lot of truth to it. This was his first year, and it was an impromptu move to safety.
Yeah.
So the team's going to have to decide. Number one, is he staying there? Obviously, that's part of the conversation we're having right now.
Mm-hmm.
But number two, can he develop there? And so the things that you look at with Jalen Ramsey that work in his favor is he is a very cerebral player. I mean, he's an intelligent player. He understands every position on the field. He's always been that way. So it's part of why he was able to make the transition the way he did anyway. He's still a big hitter. He's a great tackler, which you have to be a great tackler at safety. So I think those things all work for him. He just has to learn how to play within his coverage schemes. Which, if he has a full off season, maybe he can. I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder if they've communicated what the plan is with him. It's kind of hard because they just hired their defensive coordinator 3 days ago. So I don't even know if they know what that is.
I guarantee he was one of the first calls. They probably called Cam and TJ first, and then the next call was to Ramsey saying, "Hey, whatever the plan is, we've got one, and here's what we're thinking." It'd be interesting. Could he play more in structure? Could you make him a straight safety? Yes, but I'm almost wondering if you don't go to him, especially because of what Witt has done in the past with the picks, and just say, "Hey, man, we're gonna do some 3 safety sets, and you're kind of the nickel corner, you're kind of the third safety. All we want you to do is read the quarterback size and go get the ball. That's it. We're not going to assign you coverage. We're just going to let you be intuitive and say, hey, let's go after the ball, go cause havoc." I don't
know if you can run a defense like that when there's one guy that's just
that'd be
playing
dangerous,
playing free for all.
That's asking somebody to do Troy Polamalu stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And the other guys to cover up for it.
Look, nobody will ever be Troy, but I mean, I think you could play, and especially in some of these sub packages now. I think you could get away with that if you're in your dime package. One guy was just, "Hey, I'm just looking at the quarterback, and I'm going where I think he's going to throw the ball." Look, you couldn't do it every down.
Yeah.
But I think especially, hey, 3rd and long, Jalen, you're out here. You're not covering anybody. You're watching a quarterback, and we just want you to make a play.
Yeah.
And then see what happens.
I just think if you have JPJ and then Ramsey in the slot, you have the makings of a really, really good secondary. If you can find another corner, even Eccles, although I don't know if I want Eccles to be the everyday second corner, that has you get one more corner, and now you're playing big time.
Well, you got to be careful. Look, Eccles was a nice story, had a career year. You can't. There's such an outlier season for him. You cannot count that that's going to happen again. I know a guy I like because of his size. He's going to play in the Super Bowl on Sunday. We'll see if he's available. I know. I don't think Trent's as big a fan as Mr. Tariq Woolen.
Yeah.
But I love me some big giant press corners. just beat the
Yeah, I mean,
crap out of the wide receivers.
Clearly the Steelers do too. That's what they were going through with JPJ and Trice and stuff like that. They like the big long corner, so they might be interested in him. That very well could be. I wonder what his number is going to be.
It'll be high.
It's going to be high.
Yeah.
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 That's
Yeah. He had a down year. And he was, if you guys remember, he was on the trading block.
Yeah.
So Seattle's probably not going to retain his services going forward. So
he's going to be available.
He's going to be available to somebody. Just a matter of how high his market goes and how teams view this draft class too. At corner.
He'd be available, I think, to Seattle for a short-term raise and kind of a, hey, let me hit free agency in 2 years kind of deal. Assuming they win the Super Bowl and there's all kinds
God willing. I hope they do.
Yes.
Bob, you made a point a lot of times that there's been like guys like Rod Woodson and others that have made the transition from elite corner to pretty damn good safety too. I guess I wouldn't put it past him. And he did struggle a little bit this year, but like Trent was saying, it's halfway through the season. You kind of toss him over there, and it's fucking Mike Tomlin free-for-all defense. So that must be a tough transition.
Yeah.
I guess it could, again, I personally, I don't have a big problem with the 19 million. If they were like only 5 million over the cap, I'd be like, send them packing. But at 45 million, I mean, where are you going to spend that money? You're not going to get the top end of the guys, right? I mean, you're not going after George Pickens, so you're not going to need that money. And
well, right off the rep too, it's not 45, it's 55 because Jonnu Smith's ass is cut.
Yeah, there's going to be some moves too. 100%. 100%.
Goodbye, Jonnu. See you later, buddy.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be gone. Does anybody realistically think he's gone? Because I don't. I mean, even if Jalen
Ramsey, I don't.
No, Johnny. That's a given. He's absolutely gone. But
I've had this conversation with you guys. They want to run this thing back. Is what I think. They want Aaron back. They want to keep TJ and Cam and Ramsey and Queen, and run this thing back because Artie thinks he can win a Super Bowl with this collection of players.
Well, yeah. Here's the one thing. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl? No. But if you go get the weapons, this team, I think this team can be very, very comparable to the Brady Buccaneers that won the Super Bowl if you surround with the right weapons. And look, you can't discount this. It's going to look so different when we play football this year. It's going to look like, what the fuck have we been doing for 20 years? And we had some good teams that won Super Bowls in the last 20 years. But I mean, definitely the last 15, we're going to be like, well, wait, guys can run a crossing route and you can throw it to
the offense is going to look a lot different. The offense, again, yeah, exactly. Because AR2 thinks he can win. But I don't even think he thinks he can win the Super Bowl. He doesn't care. He wants to win. He wants to have a winning record and finally win a playoff game. Then he'll be happy. So that's the goal for 2026. Yeah, get back into the playoffs. Maybe win a game this time.
Yeah, well, you're gambling on Ramsey maybe making the transition and becoming a solid guy. He doesn't have to be an all-pro at safety, but if he becomes a top 10-ish type safety, then that's a good deal. TJ could easily have a bounce back season. It looks like he's lost a step, but maybe in a new scheme. You know what I want to see, honestly, is now that they go to this whole new scheme and defense and they're doing that, if TJ starts moving around.
He doesn't want to do that, I don't think, Bob. I think he likes to be on that side.
Hold on. If he does start moving around, though, then we look back at, you are so fucking lazy coaching defense that you didn't even bother to ask.
Okay. If that happens, then yeah, we can go down that road. But I think he didn't move because TJ didn't want to move, not because Tomlin didn't want him to move. That's my guess.
I mean, he does have a very strong move on from that side, but at some point,
I don't want to call him a one-trick pony, but he kind of is. he dips his shoulder and gets around the
He
safety.
is a one-trick pony. He does not have
Yeah.
a very vast pass rush.
And that
but
probably doesn't
the
work
thing is,
nearly as well on the other side,
yeah, the thing is we've limited his ability to use that one trick because we allowed the entire fucking league to double and triple team him or chip him an entire season. So that might be the biggest difference is do they adjust to things on that standpoint and not allow the teams to do these things to him? I don't know.
Yeah. And
Get
maybe
back. Good.
those 3 linebacker sets that we saw a little bit of occasionally
Yeah.
with Herbig up the middle. But I mean, frankly, if you're going to if you line TJ up on one edge and they line 3 guys up over there, go put Alex and Nick Herbig on the outside of the other tackle's shoulder and say good luck.
Yeah.
And then see what happens.
I mean, getting back to Jalen, if you cut him, you're saving 19 million, right? So I guess if you want to go big game hunting in this free agent class, I don't know who that guy is that you want to go big game hunting. Do you want to go after Danny Times and go make a big offer to him? Do you want to do
Cam Curl would be my top target in free
He's not gonna
agency
cost that much money.
but I would also, I mean, we've talked about going after a receiver. Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce is going to cost you probably 20 million at the floor, right? We talked about that.
It looks
Kenneth
like it.
Walker will be available.
I don't know if they go running back. I think they're pretty set at running back right now. Is Gainwell come back? That's another question.
Don't be
Well, we
be
said it.
surprised if he doesn't.
If Aaron comes back, we think Gainwell's going to come back, right?
No, I don't.
No?
Because I think he's going to get probably a $6 to $8 million offer from somebody, and he hasn't made any money in his career. Caboli made the point, and he's like, don't pencil in Gainwell, because if somebody offers him anything, the guy hasn't made anything in his career. He's got to go take the money. He's got to.
What do you think of the somber question? Because it's a very interesting one. If the Commanders offered the Steelers a first and a fourth for Herbig, would you take it? They're pretty high up, right? They didn't make the playoffs, so they're top 15.
No, I think he's saying it's a pick swap. We get a first, and then we give them the fourth.
No, I don't do that. Then I don't think there's anybody.
I'd rather
that
if that delivers you Mekhi Lemon, maybe you have to think about it. But I don't even think. If it's me, I'm trading Alex, not Herbig.
Would you do it, Trent?
No. Honestly, I would. This will never happen. This is another one of those that'll never happen situations. I would trade TJ for a third before I traded Highsmith or anything.
Yeah,
I would keep Highsmith. Or I mean, no, it's not Highsmith. Herbig.
I'm holding on to Herbig for next year's draft, and I'm dangling him to get me the quarterback. I got a whole plan in my head. There
is not much in free agency. I mean,
if you wanted to go spend a bunch of money, it's not really.
Well, there is a guy I would spend a lot of money on. There is, and I know Trent loves this guy too. Devin Lloyd. If he hits the market, I cut.
We do that again,
and I go get Devin Lloyd.
We could do that again. We spend big money on a linebacker.
Devin Lloyd is a good fucking player.
He is a good player, but he's a linebacker.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but we kind of need one.
Queen and Wilson are fine. It's not great. We're going to do Queen next week because I know Trent has strong feelings about Queen, but
very.
I don't know. Do you really want to spend another? What's Devin Lloyd going to get?
Probably in the 15 to 20 million range.
I don't know what the linebacker thing is, but you spend that much money on a linebacker?
Would I swap Patrick Queen for Devin Lloyd's contract?
Oh,
straight up money for money? Yeah, I would, because I think it's a massive upgrade.
He is a better.
I mean, it is. There's no arguing that. There's no denying that. But I don't know, man.
I mean,
linebacker's not the position.
The only other
big money on.
The only other good young free agent that I'm looking at here, and okay, and I'm excluding George Pickens because I think he has bum written all over him. But he'll probably be one of those guys who in 10 years are like, oh, but he has 1,000 catches, and he's never been in a playoff game. But the guy I'm thinking of here is Tyler Linderbaum. Now, that being said, he's not a fit for the Steelers. but I damn sure do my due diligence to see if he can play guard.
Yeah, I don't know. He's
I
kind
thought
of small to play guard, right?
I think he
I
played
looked him up.
center all through his collegiate
Yeah.
career too.
I'm sure he could play guard, but he's kind of on the smaller side. I think he was like 304 when he came out of college.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah. And then,
I get it. He's a good player, but we have a center. So
I'd rather go with like Elijah Vera Tucker or something like that.
Yeah.
At guard.
I'm looking at the top 20 free agents on PFF. Guess who's number 16?
Oh God.
You're
Can't be
smirking,
good.
so
This can't be good if Bob's smiling like
yeah, I
this.
can't think of it. What is it?
Najee fucking Harris is 16.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Followed immediately at 17 by Devin Bush. If the top 20 includes Najee Harris and Devin Bush, I don't know that I'm spending a lot of money on
That's what I mean. It's not you don't need a lot of free agent cap room this year because
You don't.
if you're not going after Pickens or Danny Dimes, those are the two. They're going to be the two heavy hitters. Then
you can't go after Daniel Jones. You can't.
no, I don't think I don't want them to. But that's what you need cap space for. Is my point. If you're trying to. That's a topic for next Thursday. It might be close.
Yeah,
Save
I
that
take my
comment.
chances with Patrick Queen, no problem. Roman will be on that list soon. Hey, you're talking. That's Colin's man crush. Next to DK, he loves the chiseled god.
I'll get Corum trying to stoke the fires a little bit, saying Bush is a top linebacker by PFF, and that's all that matters.
And Shadur Sanders is a Pro Bowler. I win.
Oh, boy, oh, boy,
Jesus
oh, boy.
Christ.
All right, let's put a bow on this Jalen Ramsey thing. Trent, would you be okay with him coming back at 19 million?
I still want to get him back at 15. 19 is so much. I think they will. I'll say this. I think they do try to work out something with the contract.
I think it ends up getting done too. I think they end up extending him, which I'm not really crazy about, just because of the dead cap part of it. But if you can get 3 good years out of him at safety, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I was going to say I bet you it's a 3-year deal and 2 of it's probably guaranteed money.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping it's 15 million, not 19 or 20 million, which is what he's going to push for.
Maybe you let him play slot this year and then move him to safety the following years, because there is no other slot corner on the Eccles, maybe.
Eccles is the slot right now.
But didn't Eccles play better outside?
He did play better outside when he was out there.
Yeah.
ASJ, if they re-sign him,
they re-sign him, he's kind of smallish too, right?
Yeah, I mean he could be a slot though.
I've seen on X where people are like, "Oh, we're good. We got JPJ and Asante Samuel." Okay, first of all, if you do get to re-sign him, he's a fucking midget. And we know how I feel about the midget corners. Okay, did he play pretty good in a spot? Nice story. Do I want him on the team? Sure. If he's the planted outside corner, we're cooked. It's over. We're losing 12 games. He ain't the guy.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Which is why D'Angelo Pons is not going to be high on my corner list.
He's so good, though. Well, he was good in college. We don't know how it's going to translate, but he was really good at
165.
I know.
Yeah,
he's small. Thanks. He's definitely small.
I'm just saying.
We watched that Emmanuel Forbes experience. He's hurt every week.
Yeah, that's the problem. They might be good, but they're going to get hurt all the time. These small players.
Forbes a little bit of a career resurgence
he did.
with the Rams.
He did turn it around a little bit. Yep.
And then where was he in the playoffs? Hurt on the sidelines.
Yeah,
but he did play well when he was on the field this year.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was a first-round pick.
Not bad first-round pick, but yeah.
Look,
first-round pick.
If Mike McCarthy could get a hold of Emmanuel Forbes and they go out to lunch together all through the offseason, you could really have something there. Because nobody can put weight on a player like Mike McCarthy.
Jesus.
What's this? Pons did not Ty Simpson out of the playoff game? Did he? I don't remember that. I guess he did.
I think that was one of the cheerleaders. That's all it takes with Simpson. Which I actually heard today somebody say, well, if we can't get Ty Simpson, then we got to go after Aller or Chambliss in the first round.
In the first?
Yeah, I was like, are you?
I'm probably
football?
I'm probably the only Aller fan on this podcast, and I wouldn't touch him in the first round. No way.
No.
No way.
I wouldn't. And look, I don't hate Chambliss. But no way in the first round. I don't even think somebody's probably going to reach on him in the second.
I think it'll be a mistake. Thinking he's going to go in the first round. Maybe I'm wrong on this one.
Who? Which Chambliss? Dude, there's no fucking way.
No.
He's going to measure like 5
This time last year,
5'11".
Everyone was saying that about Jackson Dart too. This time last year, everyone was saying Jackson Dart, no way he's going to the first round. No way.
At least Jackson Dart has the prototypical size, though.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid doesn't even have the prototypical size. He doesn't have the track record. He had one season.
Look, if Chambliss could be a 1 or 2 year wonder if he went to the right program and they strictly ran RPOs.
I don't want to turn this into the Chambliss debate, but we'll have a separate Thursday night podcast for that.
We'll be talking about that one on Sundays a lot.
Yeah, we will be.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to him. I just don't. You got to run a very specific offense for that kid.
He's better than Ty Simpson to me. I'll leave it at that because I don't like Ty Simpson.
No, I 1,000% agree. I
don't like Ty Simpson at all.
I wouldn't draft Ty Simpson in any round. I wouldn't sign him as an undrafted free agent. There's something wrong with that kid's mental makeup. And I'm sorry, I'm not putting him in charge of my team.
All right. We will try to keep this short. 30 minutes. We're already over. Any last thoughts on Jalen Ramsey before we
He stays, he gets an extension, and he probably makes the move full-time to safety. It won't be corner.
We need his attitude.
He is a leader too. That does factor into it for sure.
I just think, like I keep saying, I think Rooney wants to run it back. He wants Aaron back. He wants all the guys back. Obviously there'll be a few guys that are not back, but Jonnu Smith, we're looking at you, buddy.
Goodbye.
You will not be back.
Other than that, be back.
And Corey Trice. Corey Trice won't be back. Big Pun will be very disappointed.
I bet you he makes it. I bet you they bring him to training camp.
He'll be in camp for sure.
Yeah, they'll bring him to camp and see what happens. And everybody will get excited. He'll make a couple good plays. And by about July 20th, he'll be on the IR.
I don't think he's a free agent. I mean, you could sign him.
No, he's not a free agent yet.
He's a free agent, right?
He's on my list.
Omar's first. Yeah, he was Omar's first class.
Yeah.
He's got one more year under contract.
This is his final contract year.
Yeah, they'll bring him in.
They've only got 4 guys under contract right now, so he's definitely coming.
Yeah.
Dante Kent, Eccles, and JPJ. That's it.
Oof. James Pierre's not.
No, he's a free agent.
I think he was only a 1-year deal to come back last year.
I wonder if he comes back.
I think they're going to try to make him play at him for sure.
Yeah, but that's another guy who's not made any money in his career. So if anybody goes, he's a great player last year, let's give him 7, 8, 10 million. That's cheap for a corner. You can't match that.
As long as you don't pay him crazy money, at the worst, you got a pretty good special teams player.
He's turning 30.
Yeah.
If you can get him for 4 or 5 million, sure, no problem. But how free agency is. Somebody's going to go, hey, you want 2 and 20?
If he gets 2 and 20, I'm gonna start running laps trying to play corner in.
Yeah, I was going to say, but for a corner, that's dirt cheap. But it's a huge.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that's unreasonable, honestly.
Wow, man, you think you can get $10 million a year? He's got what 5
after the way he played this year?
Yeah, 5 or 6 games, I guess.
I think he was the top rated corner for a little while, wasn't he?
He finished.
He had a good little stretch there. He had a good little stretch.
Finished as I think second on the PFF grading, which it is what it is. I don't think he played that well, but
yeah.
The other thing too is we've got and I want Ramsey back. Dave wants Ramsey back. Trenton's on the fence, but we've got to be careful about getting too attached to our guys, because when you look just back over the talent of this team, these are guys we think are good because we root for them and we love them. But then when you start looking, all pros, Pro Bowls. And Shedeur Sanders with the fucking Pro Bowl.
Yeah, but that's only because they went through 8 quarterbacks before they finally found
that doesn't count.
Someone that was willing to go.
But how deep do they have to go to get a Steeler on the team?
Pretty deep. I mean, there was a couple of steals on the Pro Bowl, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Alternates
I mean,
or something?
the usual Cam, TJ,
Ben
and
Skoranek
Jalen.
was there.
Ben
Yeah,
Skoranek.
Skoranek was there.
Skoranek was there.
Yeah,
Cam's the only deserving Pro Bowler on the team, right? Maybe
Yeah,
JPJ
so
played to that level.
Did
Maybe.
TJ make the Pro Bowl?
I don't even know.
TJ got voted in, I think, but that's name recognition more than anything.
Would you say JPJ was a Pro Bowler this year?
I mean,
It's close.
he probably should have been, but
I mean, yeah, just did he play it at that level? I think he came pretty close. Other than that, I mean, Gainwell.
look,
Gainwell had a fucking good season.
I think there's no chance that Gainwell's back on the team.
I don't know, man.
I think they draft one.
Body armor.
Yeah,
You want
Corb's
an ad?
asking if
We
we
get paid for
Powerade.
that. We get
No.
paid for that. Put it down.
Corb's got it in the chat in my
Yeah, I
hydrating.
saw it.
Yeah, I think somebody's going to throw decent money at Gainwell, and he's going to leave.
Aaron's gonna pound the table for him. Aaron's gonna pound the table. He
I don't
single-handedly
think so.
kept Aaron. What? You don't think so?
You don't think he will?
No, I mean, not pound
He
the
was his
table.
favorite receiver.
He was his favorite player.
Lack of options made him his favorite receiver. If you turn around and say, "Hey,
Yeah, we had Calvin
Aaron.
Austin.
who's probably not going to make the team?"
I wasn't
He's
serious about that. But
Yeah,
he had Ben Skoranek and Calvin Austin and
Calvin Austin's
Roman
a free
Wilson.
agent too,
yeah,
so he's
that's
not
what I
even
was
on the
saying.
roster.
And who's that guy from the Saints we just signed?
A.T. Perry, buddy, he's
A.T.
coming.
Perry, baby.
He's
It's
coming.
It's going to be Dowds or
Oh, I forgot to update
Pierce
my list. I gotta
and
do
a
that.
couple of rookies. It's not going to be the same thing as last year with Gainwell. And
It
again,
better not be. It better fucking not be.
but
It better
again,
not be.
somebody's going to pay him $7-8 million a year based on the season he had.
Yeah,
It's
Connor's
not gonna
coming back.
It's not going to be the Steelers.
You talking about
You think they're
Connor
going to bring Connor back?
Connor Hayward? 1,000% they're bringing him back.
Well, hold on.
Are you
Watch
kidding
out.
me?
If they draft that kid from Navy, Eli Heidenreich, Connor's gone.
They're not drafting.
Isn't he small? Isn't he small though? Is he an actual fullback, or is he
I
just a Navy
Spent
fullback?
this much time on the Navy fullback. I'm
No,
not
he's
interested.
a fullback. I mean, he's not huge, but he's yeah. I mean, he's not going to be the tush push guy. I can tell you that. But
Yeah, as long as Cam's here, Connor's coming back. You guys disagree? He'll play cheap,
Yes.
probably for league minimum.
I mean, maybe if he plays for league minimum, maybe.
What else is he going to get? There's nobody pounding the door.
The
For
Navy
Connor Hayward.
kid. The Navy kid is 6'206". If this board is
Yeah,
right,
that's small. That's
He's
not a fullback.
Fullback.
No, that is a fullback. I mean, he'll probably put on 15, 20 pounds, but he's
Connor
also
was 230, and he's a small fullback.
Yeah.
no, Connor was a small tight end. He wasn't a small fullback.
Most
Your
tight ends
fullback's
are
gotta
playing
be-
fullback. They're running around at about 240.
He's
Your
the
fullback's got to
smallest.
be at least 220. At least 220. Probably more.
Connor
than that.
Hayward is the smallest fullback or tight end since the 1950s in the NFL. Not
Horrible.
Pittsburgh, the league.
What are we talking about fullback? Who cares?
I don't know.
I mean,
Somebody brought up
Hey,
Connor Hayward, and we started
because we
arguing.
get-
yeah, I did. I was my fault. I read
And then the
it.
Navy
But
kid.
Yeah,
I take the blame for it.
I like the
This
Navy
is just
kid,
typical Steeler sanctuary day.
Yeah,
It's,
we're
you
on
know,
the
we-
rails. This is the Jalen Ramsey podcast. We're talking about the Navy fucking fullback. On that note, we're gonna get the fuck out of here before God knows what we'll start talking about next. Check us out tomorrow. We're gonna grade the position groups from last year and the coaching staff. Give them all grades. Some of us will be more critical than others. And then Sunday we're doing the draft show. We're doing corners on Sunday, right? We're gonna do the
yes. Corners.
Yeah, don't forget tomorrow with Legendary Picks, fans of the Fantasy Podcast, our rapid fire segment. We're going to include the guys in Legendary Picks, and John's going to have his rapid fire. Dave will have his over unders, and should be a lot of fun. I'm sure Greg is ecstatic about the fact he has a 10-game lead, and we're probably going to have 88 questions.
Oh God. All right, until tomorrow night. I better get my nap in now because it's gonna be a long night tomorrow. You guys in the chat were great as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Until tomorrow night, thanks for listening to Steel Sanctuary Podcast.
And just like that, I left everything. See ya!